And welcome to our weekly Icarus PatchNotes discussion. I haven't heard anything from Echo. Carl said he was going to be online, but I haven't seen him yet. So I'm just going to start out. Weekend again, always nice. Friday, Icarus update, Icarus gameplay. And the patch notes with some interesting stuff today. But let's start at the top. Week 219, new workshop Sickles. The new Sickles are now unlocked in the workshop, the ones which were talked about to come out like 2 weeks ago or so. Which got postponed for the Project Clinic. Now they're finally here. This week we're taking a look at the new Sickles being added to the workshop. These additions round out the available Prometheus modifiers, making them accessible for use in other drops. We're also giving a preview of next week when we are planning to launch our free Mendel update. A major content release comparable in scope and scale to the previous Galileo and Leica updates. First, a couple of notable improvements. So when you go to your inventory screen, you can always see your food buffs. You can right click on the food buff to remove it. They have now also added a delete button for the food modifiers to indicate players can cancel the food modifiers early. So no longer only a right click, there's now also a delete food modifier button, which we will obviously check out in the subsequent gameplay. Some more additional improvements have been made to character riding animations. And the loot retrieval button, you know, if you, for example, your death bag gets stuck under the map or something, you can go to the location, press escape, use loot retrieve. It now also works for the loot of your mounts, mount corpses. This week, new workshop Sickles. This week we're introducing a new range of workshop Sickles to the Orbital Workshop. These Sickles come with specialized harvesting effects that were previously exclusive to tools crafted with supercooled ice, miasma and obsidian on the Prometheus map. By bringing these effects to workshop gear, players will have a greater flexibility in how they prepare for missions, allowing more build variety and strategic choice without being limited to map-specific materials. Quick explanation of the three. We have the Icarus Icy Sickle, which inflicts freeze for 10 seconds, 33 to 35 melee damage and 50 frost damage. Plants harvesters with the sickle have a 30% chance to gain the chilled alteration, allowing them to last 100% longer before spoiling. As you can see here, 30% chance to apply the chilled modifier. 100% longer spoil time. Very nice. It's only a 30% chance though, and it will not stack with the non-modified veggies. So you will end up with 2 stacks in your inventory. The Icarus Scorch Sickle inflicts burning for 10 seconds. This one here. It deals 33 to 35 melee damage and 50 fire damage. Crop harvesters with the sickle have a 25% chance to be instantly cooked. So you no longer need a campfire or so to cook your basic veggies. Keep in mind though, cooked veggies cannot be used in other recipes. Still, harvest your corn with it and you get a 25% chance to get charred corn, barbecue carrots, etc. And then we have the Icarus Thorn Sickle, which inflicts miasma for 10 seconds. 42 to 45 melee damage and 50 poison damage. Plant harvested with the sickle gain the Thorns alteration, allowing them to last 50% longer before spoiling. So the icy sickle is 100% longer spoil time, and the thorn sickle is a 50% longer spoil time. Not sure why I get more yield from skinning with the thorn sickle. After all, you don't skin an animal with a sickle, I would say, but let's see. Thorn sickle minus 25% yield from harvesting, but plus 175% yield from reaping plants. 175% yield is all across the board. Chance for the thorn modifier 100%. So less yield, but you will then duplicate this 75% remaining yield. So all in all, you get like 150% yield from harvesting. Right, all three sickles cost 250 stabilized, that is red, exotics to research, 250 and 100 red and 200 ren to craft. Now the nice thing, next week a free major update. Next week, if all goes well, we'll be releasing a major update, the Mendel update. This update introduces unique genetics to every creature. Each tamed animal and mount will now have its own genotype, phenotype, lineage and sex, allowing stats and traits to vary and make every creature truly unique. It's basically your genetics and husbandry. We're also introducing animal breeding, the husbandry, for farm animals and select mounts. Not all of them, but a number of them, alongside several other new features. Provided final testing goes well, we are aiming to launch the Mendel update next week. So starting next week, we can start breeding our mounts and try getting the unique black moa and stuff, and the golden buffalo, you know. Next week. Your support makes these updates possible. If you want to support the devs, consider buying some of the DLCs. For example, the Great Hunts campaigns DLC for €24.50. No discount anymore on this one. Keep in mind, Great Hunts adds a mission arc on all three the maps. So if you want to be able to play the full content of the Great Hunts map, you're also going to need the Styx and Prometheus update, or join someone else's Styx update, Styx open world, if you don't have the DLC yourself. But then you, with your Great Hunts DLC, can then start the Great Hunts for both you and the open world owner. Or get for the complete set bundle, basically everything that you don't have yet. So base game, the map updates, Styx, Prometheus, Great Hunts is part of it as well. All the outposts, all the other DLCs like furniture packs, the pets, companion packs, etc. for a 20% off. New content, plain and simple, the new workshop Sickles. Couple of fixes. Add an X button to remove applicable food modifiers. As we talked about above, you can now click the X to remove a food buff. This exposes an otherwise hidden feature, right click, which is the ability to remove applicable food modifiers for control over food buffs. Right click will still work though. More updated character riding animations. Added a stat check for displaying secondary attack input info. I haven't seen anything about the Mammoth Stomp attack being fixed, though. However, I did see some comments from the devs, like it's either going to be, like earlier this week, either going to be this or next week's update. Since it's not in this update, I reckon it will be fixed in next week's update. Shift the number of unperceived X events from Icarus NPC Go controller to the Icarus NPC controller. I reckon this is like a prelude on the NPCs which we will be getting on starting with Elysium. Looking in the future content, it looks like there is going to be missions you can do on Elysium to make those NPCs available on other maps. Now last week, Cara and I were discussing like, hey, are you going to pay rent for crops or are you going to give crops and get the rent back? From what I've seen so far, you're going to sell your crops or sell your fish, etc. So it looks like do a mission on on Elysium, which will then enable these NPCs on the other maps as well. It's going to be giving more value to the whole farming cart series. You know, bulk plant crops and bulk harvest them, so you can bulk sell them to the NPCs. Because really, why do you need like 500 soybean plants for? You're not going to use it all anyway. But if you can actually sell your crops to NPCs, it will become more useful. Spit attack can now specify tags for reported noise events. Okay, thanks. Standard and scout drones should now stop firing after their target dies. Good, no longer a waste of ammo and audio pollution. And miscellaneous assets fixes for DF, collisions and LODs. Okay, thanks. Future content. Added a fur stack item and recipe, which combines 2 stacks of fur into a single item, which can then be consumed to extract back into 200 fur. Basically, like your wood piles or your stone piles, you're also going to get like a fur stack. If you can place them in storage, it's definitely going to help with storing tons and tons of fur. Still, what are you going to use all that fur for? But okay, at least it won't clog up the storage anymore that much, hopefully. Let's see. Stopping Geiger counter audio when player returns to character select while around radiation. Thank you. So you go back to character select, you no longer hear the ticking of the Geiger counter in the background. Good. Adding, hey Infinity, how you doing? New quest marker to Olympus for the farm NPC to spawn. So again, looks like you have to do a mission on Elysium first in order to get the farming NPC to get them available on the other maps. Or maybe it is a mission on Olympus itself, not sure. Adding NPC farm pre-builds. Yeah, I think this is on Elysium. Did you watch the dev stream yesterday? No, I did not. I deliberately do not watch the dev streams. So when Elysium drops, which is kind of planned for early March, when it drops, it's going to be like all new for me. That's why I deliberately not watch any dev streams at the moment. Let's see, Norx MC can be invited to Eden after the quest. So get all your farmers in Eden. Cool. They didn't stream anything related to Elysium this time? Ah, okay. Plus, don't forget, I did see their stream notification in Discord. It was like 3 AM here, so... Okay. Show the breeding mechanics. Yeah, like I said, it was like 3 a.m. when they started their stream. And I did have to work today, so didn't really have time anyway. But breeding mechanics will be added most likely next week's patch, so we'll only have to wait 1 more week. See anything interesting here? Okay, the bulls are getting a secondary attack. Cool. Yeah, trader MCs can be invited to Eden. Yeah, here, enabling farmer quest on Days Horizons for Elysium. Get your farmers in, sell all your crops. Fix soldier NPCs not being able to hear their allies' combat or heard noise events. Yeah, you shoot a soldier and 5 meters next to it. It's like oblivious of the fight. That's not realistic, right? So I'm glad they will now notice their comrade being in combat and they're gonna join it. Can I open gates while on the mount? People went crazy yesterday. Yeah, I know, right? I've seen messages that they were working on that. It's a very, very good quality of life improvement. Absolutely. I don't think I've seen it in the patch notes though, about the opening gates while on mount. So I hadn't realized it was in the game with this update, but it's definitely going to be a very nice quality of life improvement. Hey Echo, welcome. How you doing? You're not joining in? And not this week? Oh, it's going to be in Elysium. In next week's update. Okay. Oh, phone was silent. Been crafting all day. Lost track of time. Yeah, I can see how that how you can lose track of time when you like really focus on something. Loot retrieval for mount corpses. We've talked about this one. Nice. If your buffalo with cart dies and the loot gets stuck under the map, you can now use the loot retrieval also for your mount loot. Fixed issue where soldiers were firing higher than they should have been, making them more inaccurate than desired. In other words, it's going to be even harder. Okay, sure. Let's see. Anything else? Enabling farmer quest on Days Horizons for Prometheus. So yeah, run the quest on Elysium to get the farmer in Prometheus, in Styx, and in Olympus. It does mean you will need at least access to the Days Horizons DLC in order to get the farmers on the other maps. I wonder how this is gonna work for people who don't have the Days Horizons DLC though. Is it gonna be added to current prospects but not to new prospects, or also gonna be added to new prospects? I don't know. Hey chicken, how you doing? So that's interesting to see how that is gonna work. So I'm gonna have to have Carl test this out then. Like, we do the quest on Days Horizons and then have him start a new open world on his own. Because he doesn't have the supporters edition. Yep. Been a good day. Finish healing pyramids, pyramid puzzle pieces. Touch up required for a dragonfly body. I have wings and legs ready to attach. Yeah, nice. Let's see, anything else? Potential fix for the drones pitching up and down very quickly. Hey, bugger off. When unable to properly target or reach a hostile. drone carrier is going to be triple health now, but it will no longer shoot itself. Will no longer be able to shoot. Okay, so you don't have to worry about the carrier anymore, just about the drones. Good. Disable the lights on the Eden Station landing pad player by default for performance reasons. 8 pads, 12 lights each. Yeah, that's gonna cost you some performance. Top of Dragon Mold, another drop teddy bear. Nice. Do send me some pictures. And let's see. An achievement. Forgot to save accolades, Jason. How's that gonna work, this achievement? Huh? This looks like file modifier achievements. This here as well. Added stat IDs to engine, INI and accolades. Huh. Or is this not an achievement, but this is work on the achievements? That would make more sense. Gotcha. Adding pig talent tree, so we're gonna get piggies as well. Nice. Half the uranium mining time, she gets 2 times as much for mining in the same period. Cool. Because yeah, the uranium is going to be both a crafting material and a resource meta currency to send up, so nice. It's okay, Echo. It's okay. So yeah, if we can mine uranium a bit faster, that would be nice. But this concludes already the patch notes for today. So basically the big news is Mendel update next week. So starting next week we will be able to start breeding our mounts, certain mounts, all the farm animals. Get your try getting breeding the black moa and the golden buffalo, etc. Get animals with better stats, faster moas, stronger buffaloes, etc. And Elysium is kind of lightly planned for early March, so it's going to be 3 weeks from now. So yeah. Interesting things coming up in the next couple of weeks. But yeah, that's it for the patch notes for now. I'm gonna take, still early, you know what? I'll take a 5-minute break and I will be back with a new stream in which we will do some gameplay and cool down a couple of them sickles. See what they do, how they work. Check the where's the remove this one, remove food buff. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna take a very quick break so I can set up the new stream. I hope you folks enjoyed watching me go through the patch notes. We do this every week. If you want to get notified next time I stream, feel free to hit that follow button. Or if you watch this on YouTube and you want to get notified next time I upload something, feel free to hit that subscribe button. Other than that, thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a good time. You had a good time, and I hope I will see you folks around.